Hey guys, it's Greg, and I'm here today because I'm going to have pizza. I'm going to have pizza for the first time in 6 months. This is the first time after having lost over 100 pounds. I'm really excited. I've just been really excited and I wanted to share it with you all. So I want to just be very upfront. This is not a sponsored video by anyone. I can't talk about my experience without talking about the weight loss plan that I've been on. So I just wanted to make it clear that I'm not selling for them or anything like that. I'm going to be talking about it glowingly, but it is again not a sponsored video. So I have been doing a weight loss program called Awaken 180 Weight Loss. It is one of those plans that they have, they provide the food and you eat it and according to a certain schedule, and you don't have a ton of choice ultimately. It's not like a number of other weight loss programs that are out there where you are told, okay, you can eat everything and just eat, eat a certain amount of those things. No, this is all planned out for you, which, to be very honest with you, is something that I really needed. But gosh, I'm talking about that without having my pizza, so I'll go ahead. I have my Bertucci's here. I got my nice lunch-size pizza, so ooh. Guys, I have been so excited to have pizza. So here I go. I went with my nice pepperoni pizza. I'll tell you more in just a second. I have to get in on this. Ooh. Oh yeah. Guys, I've been dreaming about this. Oh, so good. So good. So anyways, the program that I was on was kind of geared toward being high fat, moderate protein, and low carb. So things like pizza I obviously couldn't have. But in general, it was a good program for me. It really helped me to stay on track by saying you can't have all of these things. Here's what you can have, and things were done in a very controlled manner, and it really was what I needed. I've had how many times where I've tried another weight loss program and failed because it wasn't as regimented, and it's not for everyone, but for me, this was what I needed, and I'm very excited. Now, obviously, you can see right now, I am, well, I don't know, let's compare to the video I uploaded previously to doing the program for the first time. Okay, and now back to me. So there is a change. It's not dramatic, life-changing at this point, which it seems a little strange thinking about 100 pounds down and looking, still, I'm very much at an intermediary spot right now. I went from point A to point B, but I still need to go on to point C. So I'm at point B right now because I needed to give my body a break. They recommend do this for a certain period of time, let your body calm down, get used to everything. They have a new eating plan for me right now, which is it's really focused on whole foods and things of that nature. Again, it's low carb, which I'm generally okay with right now. Actually, I never really thought that I would be, because I love so many, I love pizza, for example. So, and speaking of which, I need to get another bite of this because, That's wonderful. I wish I could share this with you guys more, but that's really, really quite nice. So anyways, I am, like I said, I'm halfway through to my goal. So I've taken a pause right now to let my body kind of get used to where it's at. But also, my wife is expecting in a few days, so we wanted to have the opportunity to put the pause on and allow, just take any issues with reintroducing foods that my body might be experiencing. Wanted to make sure that that didn't interfere when the baby does arrive, and food might be a little bit uncertain in terms of when's your next meal going to be, what's going to be available, and so forth. And for anyone who has a newborn, you know that it's all very much up in the air, and it's very like, oh, what's going on? So anyways, further talking about my experience with the plan in particular, it's geared so that it is high fat in order to mean that you are more satisfied longer and you don't really experience hunger, which is another really wonderful thing for me because it was very easy for me to stay on. I wasn't really feeling deprived very much. I wasn't really feeling like, hey, I'm starving myself. I did toward the end start to have more and more hunger, and that was more because I cut back on some of the food that I was eating just to kind of stimulate the weight loss as best as I could. So I was starting to feel hunger, but I was also really exacerbating things. Like I said, I've been dreaming about pizza, but I really exacerbated that experience for myself because I got into watching a lot of videos on YouTube about people eating. I watched Epic Mealtime, I watched Beard Meats Food, and I really, I put it on myself, watching them eat all these wonderful things in large quantities. It just kind of, I was living vicariously through them, but also it kind of lingered with me. So I was dreaming about the pizza for so long. I did that to myself, but even when I was starting to feel like, hey, I really want to have pizza, it wasn't that I was, all right, I need to run out and have it now. I was really still able to stay on and make sure that I was doing what I needed in order to reach my goals eventually down the line. So that's really been my experience, but I figured I'd also talk about a few things that I've been noticing along the way. For example, I've been kind of going back and forth with my self-image in terms of, wow, Greg, you look like you're doing really great. You're losing so much weight. You're looking trim. Not really, and it's going back and forth with like being so focused on needing to go from point B to point C that I haven't really allowed myself to celebrate too much because it is very much a work in progress, which again is a strange thing to be saying when you're down over 100 pounds, but I guess that really brings into contrast where I was at the start of this. So I've kind of been going back and forth looking at myself in the mirror saying, yeah, you're making great gains, this is wonderful, versus no, you still have so much further to go. Don't allow yourself. And kind of with that, my wife, who's been just so very supportive and very wonderful throughout this, really putting up with me because I haven't been easy to live with. And just thank you once again for putting up with me. So, but she has been really pushing me to get new clothes and clothes that fit. I was so focused on, I'm not getting to the end of my goal yet, so I'm not interested in spending that money now. I felt like it would be kind of a waste to buy clothes in the interim if I know I'm just going to be replacing them in a few minutes. So yeah, it was kind of strange to be holding up this shirt and feeling like that's not mine because, again, I've only dropped a couple sizes, but it just felt so strange. And also that is another interesting thing that I've noticed is that 100 pounds seems like such a huge number, and yet I only dropped a couple sizes. So that was a strange thing for me to notice as well. One of those other things, because this is not the first time that I've had big weight loss in my life. I've been a serial dieter, as I'm sure many of you who are trying to lose weight, you've experienced something like that as well. But I haven't noticed, because you expect you drop all this weight, you're gonna have so much more energy. I haven't really noticed that. I haven't really felt as vivacious as I was expecting I would. So that's been another thing that's come up for me. But I have noticed that I'm jogging up and down the stairs now, which was an interesting thing, because I never really felt like I would ever do that again in my life. I was, I guess, so down on where I was physically. So it's nice that I'm able to do that, and kind of actually, it reminds me, the other day, my daughter asked me to skip for her, and I was able to do it. I was able to do that. It was for the first time in a number of years. I was able to do something that sounds so simple, but I wasn't able to do it before. So that's really nice to see that. So yeah, it's man, just thinking about where I was, and man, it's embarrassing, but I'm happy that I've come this far, and I'm looking forward to where I'll be in a bit. And in case any of you are like, what are you doing eating pizza? Well, I am allowed, based on the current eating plan that I'm following now, it's their maintenance plan, is I'm allowed to indulge once to twice a week. And so I'm using that to really scratch the itch that I've been craving. You know, I kind of figured that I'd be further through the pizza at this point, but I guess I'll take another bite. For the most part, it tastes just like I remember it. A little bit more spicy, a little bit more pepper than I was remembering, but boy, pizza's a wonderful thing. I think that I'm moving forward when I have it. I think I'm gonna appreciate it more than I was before, because it was something that I ate fairly regularly, and it's just gonna be nice to really savor it and treat it as a treat moving forward. So. That was nice. That was a real saucy bite. So I've got the sweetness of the sauce, the creaminess of the cheese, and the dough is a little bit doughy as well. So that's really, really nice. You know, I think that, and this is surprising to me as well, I thought I would just house this whole thing, but I think that I'm probably fine just having the one slice for now. That's very surprising. So yeah, I'm gonna finish this off, but I probably will call it a day and save the rest for another day. So, yeah, that's great. Really surprising. I wonder what else I'm going to encounter as I move forward. So, anyways, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments, what are your experiences like? Have you tried to lose weight? Are you just naturally at a happy place? You know, I'd love to hear from you. A big thank you to everyone who has supported me throughout this process so far. All the coaches at Awaken 180 have been wonderful. I want to say thank you once again to my wife, who's really been wonderful, particularly because she is expecting, and she's been putting up with me while working on growing a baby, and it's I'm getting emotional again. It's been a ride. It hasn't always been easy. You know, like I said, I've been kind of dreaming about having things like pizza, but I've been getting through it, and I'm gonna go see my doctor in a few weeks and check and make sure that everything is looking good, and then I'll just hop back on and I'll drive it home. So Again, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.